Pam Bondi unleashes legal firestorm on AOC, charges incoming. Washington is buzzing tonight. The political battlefield just got a whole lot hotter. Pam Bondi, the sharp-witted former Attorney General of Florida, is making headlines again, this time for taking aim at one of Congress's most outspoken voices, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. But this isn't just another war of words. Whispers of legal action are swirling, and if the rumors hold true, AOC could be facing charges that might shake her career to its core. What did she do? And why is Pam Bondi ready to strike? Let me take you back to where it all began. For those who don't know, Pam Bondi has never been one to shy away from controversy. Known for her no-nonsense approach and unrelenting pursuit of justice, she rose through the ranks to become Florida's first female attorney general. Her record speaks for itself. She's tackled corruption, fraud, and high-profile cases with precision. On the other side of the aisle stands Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or as many call her, AOC. She burst onto the national scene like a storm, becoming the youngest woman ever elected to Congress. Bold, fearless, and armed with a progressive agenda, AOC quickly became both celebrated and polarizing. Supporters see her as a champion for change, while critics argue she's reckless and out of touch. But what happens when these two forces collide? It started with a simple disagreement, a clash over policies during a heated congressional hearing. Words were exchanged, accusations flew, and tensions simmered beneath the surface. At first, it seemed like nothing more than typical Washington drama. But then something changed. Something bigger was brewing. Reports began surfacing about alleged misconduct tied to AOC's office. Details were scarce at first, but insiders hinted at possible ethics violations, things like misuse of funds, improper handling of classified information, and even allegations of pressuring staffers into questionable actions. Nothing had been proven yet, but the whispers grew louder, and Pam Bondi, well, she wasn't about to let this slide. Bondi wasted no time stepping into the spotlight. In a series of interviews, she didn't mince words. "No one is above the law," she said firmly. "If there's evidence of wrongdoing, we owe it to the American people to investigate thoroughly." Critics accused her of grandstanding, claiming this was nothing more than a politically motivated attack. But Bondi doubled down, vowing to get answers no matter what it took. As the story gained traction, so did the questions. Was this really about accountability, or was it something else entirely? The tension between Pam Bondi and AOC wasn't just heating up, it was boiling over. And as more details emerged, the situation grew even murkier. Anonymous sources close to AOC's team began leaking information, painting a picture of chaos behind the scenes. Staffers reportedly complained about pressure to toe the line, no matter how ethically questionable the requests might be. Others claimed they were told to handle things quietly when issues arose. One story stood out above the rest. A former aide came forward with explosive allegations. According to this whistleblower, AOC's office had knowingly mishandled campaign funds, using them for personal expenses under the guise of legitimate business costs. The accusations sent shockwaves through Washington, but AOC's camp hit back hard, calling the claims baseless and politically motivated. They dismissed the whistleblower as a disgruntled ex-employee looking for revenge. Meanwhile, Bondi wasn't backing down. If anything, she seemed emboldened by the growing scandal. She announced plans to assemble a legal task force to investigate the allegations further. This wasn't some casual inquiry, it was a full-blown probe, complete with subpoenas, document requests, and interviews with key players. For AOC, it felt like the walls were closing in. But here's where things got interesting. As Bondi dug deeper, another layer of the story came to light. Emails, hundreds of them, exchanged between AOC's staff and various third parties. Some appeared harmless enough, routine correspondence about legislative matters or scheduling meetings. But others, those raised eyebrows. Conversations hinted at backdoor deals, attempts to sway votes with promises of favors, and even discussions about suppressing stories that could damage AOC's image. Bondi pounced on this new evidence, presenting it as proof that something wasn't right. "We're not talking about minor mistakes here," she declared in a press conference. These are serious allegations that demand serious answers. AOC fired back with equal intensity. In a live stream addressed directly to her supporters, she accused Bondi of orchestrating a witch hunt. "This isn't about justice," AOC said, her voice steady but laced with frustration. "It's about silencing dissenting voices and protecting the status quo. I won't back down, not now, not ever." Her words struck a chord with her base, who rallied around her in droves. Social media lit up with hashtags like #StandWithAOC and #FightThePower. Supporters flooded Bondi's social media pages with angry comments, accusing her of bias and corruption. It was clear, this wasn't just a legal battle anymore, it was a war for public opinion. And yet, despite the noise, Bondi pressed on. Her determination only fueled speculation about what she knew and what she planned to do next. Rumors swirled that formal charges could be imminent, though nothing official had been announced. Every day brought fresh headlines, each one ratcheting up the tension. For AOC, the stakes couldn't have been higher. If convicted, she risked fines, potential jail time, and almost certainly the end of her political career. But even if she walked away unscathed, the damage to her reputation might prove irreparable. Could she weather the storm, or would this be the beginning of the end? As the story unfolds, one thing is clear: this isn't just about two powerful women going head to head. It's about accountability, integrity, and the future of politics in America. But here's the question I want you to think about. Where do we draw the line between justice and political games? Is Pam Bondi fighting for truth, or playing a dangerous game of power? And what about AOC? Is she a victim of circumstance, or could there be more to this story than meets the eye? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Who do you believe is right? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. Do you think charges should be filed against AOC if the evidence stacks up? Or is this all just a smear campaign designed to silence her voice? And hey, if you've made it this far, you're clearly hooked on the drama. Don't miss out when the next chapter drops. I'll be diving deeper into the investigation, uncovering shocking new details, and breaking down what happens next. Hit that subscribe button right now, so you don't miss a single update. Trust me, you'll want to stay ahead of this story as it develops. If you found this video gripping, and let's face it, how could you not? Smash that like button. The more likes we get, the bigger this story grows, and the faster we can bring you updates. Share this with your friends too. Everyone needs to see how deep this political rabbit hole goes. Finally, stick around after the video ends. I've got some bonus content lined up for you. Think deleted scenes, behind-the-scenes insights, and exclusive clips you won't find anywhere else. Just click the bell icon to turn on notifications, and you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop. This fight isn't over yet, not by a long shot. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and together, let's uncover the truth behind the headlines.